Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Geoff. Oh, man, our mission is to bring guests, two parts, really. Bring guests from all over the world. Oh, man, come in and share their experiences that they gained and the lessons they learned. Oh, man, and the gifts they received from going through life's comebacks, right? Understanding that, hey, if they keep moving forward, if they take one more step, if they seek the help that they need in order to get over that hump, man, and they come in here and they just, humbly share and then give our audience, you the audience, the opportunity to pick and choose what makes sense to you, what resonates in your life at that moment and put it in play, right? I'll give you some empowering solutions. Because, we're life. It's all about dealing with life's comebacks and the struggles in between all the things. We're either in one, finishing one, or starting one. So I want you, when you hear this, I want you to write in the chat, what is going on in your life today? What comeback are you in right now? What are you battling? Who are you battling with? What is the struggle? Let us know what that is and how you are overcoming it. Right? And then the goal is to fill your soul with empowering. Oh boy, there's a word I like to use a lot, and it's gratitude. Filling your soul with gratitude, man. Being grateful for what we have. I know that if we can find gratitude in the darkest storms, if we can find gratitude when there just doesn't feel like anything's going to change, life will be different. The opportunity to change happens. Think about your time and your situations when you've been in life and it's like, oh man, what am I doing now? If you don't give up, if you keep moving forward, if you raise your hand and say, hey, I need some help. Don't try and do this thing on your own. Things usually get better. So today's topic is really going to be addressed just by me. I don't have guests today. And we do have some really powerful guests coming up here in the next March is here, March, April, May. So don't put that on your calendar. Go back and check out some of the ones we've had already this year that have just come in and laid out their heart and soul and just done some amazing things for people that have heard them. So, oh man, today's title, Unleashing Your Hidden Potential. Overcoming challenges in life and business. Man, before I go, let me introduce myself. For those of you that may or may not know me, my name is Geoffory Tyson. I am the host of Conversations with Geoff International and founder of Comeback King Enterprises, which involves speaking, coaching, and consulting. And we believe that our magic is all about helping you understand two things. One, that life's about surviving through the comeback with the things that you need in order to be ready for the next one. Not just surviving, but growing, thriving in the hardest times in your life and using the stinking thinking to help you instead of hold it against you, right? That stinking thing and that conversation you have. What conversation did you have this morning? Elevating, or was it debilitating? Was it inspiring, or was it crippling? Did it challenge you, or did it let the air out of your momentum? Right? I mean, you can add, let me know what that is. Put that in there too. Hey, here's how my day went. This is what I looked at. This is what I got when I looked in the mirror, Geoff. The message for myself. And the magical part about all of this stuff, right, is that it really is something we all can do. If we really start to become aware of what chatter we have going on in our head about ourselves, and then what we're allowing inside of us, outside from the external world, and in our intimate circles. How are your intimate circles today? Those circles that you call your friends, those circles that you call your loved ones, those circles that are supposed to be your allies and whatever the struggles you're going through. How are they? Are they pouring into you, or are they taking it away? Because see, here's all the things that go around unleashing your hidden potential and overcoming the challenges in life. So I made some notes. I'm going to look down here on my notes and kind of go through some things for you. And then as you go with me, I really encourage you to really just kind of think about what it is for you and how it fits, right? And there's like 4 things I have here. Let me see here. Yeah, let's just kind of get to it, right? I mean, I think for me, it's really about, and the first thing I have written down is acknowledging and accepting what the challenges are. Are they self-inflicted? Are they opportunities for you to grow and necessary for you to grow, right? And you've just been avoiding them. Are they real? You know, we can make up some stuff in our head about what's really going on and make, those are really called excuses, right? Are they full of excuses? The challenges and the obstacles, are they really, really real? Or are they excuses? And you have to answer that question for yourself. And then start to write them down, list them, take some time, get a pen or computer, whatever it is, and list what those things are. And there's a whole lot more around this, but I want to just give you two things to do, one exercise, right? Once you determine, acknowledging and accepting what the challenges are, whether it's in your business and you need to improve in certain areas in your business, or maybe you need to reset your business completely, or maybe you're in the wrong business and you really don't know how to get out of it, but put that in the chat and let me know what that is for you. But what are you dealing with? Okay, and what happens if you don't deal with it? Just two simple questions. If life stays the same, today goes on, wherever you hear this, and whatever's going on in your life, if you just don't do anything with it, what happens? And how you're going to feel. This is part 2. Then I want you to write down actually doing it, not thinking about doing it, but completing whatever it is, right? There's this thing when people say, hey, what are you working on? How you doing? Well, I'm working on this, or I'm starting this, or I'm doing this, but are you completing it? Right? So what happens when you complete, when you deal with whatever this obstacle, whatever this challenge is, whatever this thing is, it's just choking you, taking all your energy, man. And you just have had enough, right? I can tell you all kinds of stories around those situations for me, and you know, it's really about just pick one. I mean, I coming back into conversations with Geoff International and moving forward after the passing of my sister and marketing director, and this is that time of year when that happened a year ago, and really had to really hit the reset button, man. Because all those things that she handled that I'm not good at, all those things that she handled she was good at, she kept the machine going, baby, right? And you know, this year it's been like this, inconsistent, showing up, you know, but we did what we could. But I knew if I didn't just show up and do what I could, then we would not be here. And our goal is still the same. Her spirit has said to me each and every day, let's finish this thing. Let's complete this. Let's bring this to 1 million people all over the world with messaging, a community around that believes that the power of that stinking thinking can change their world and can change it in a minute. You got to keep it changed by continuing to build some habits, by continuing to get yourself in a different perspective, by changing your state on a daily basis, but it's possible for you to do that. Okay, so anyway, so going in, so that's acknowledging and accepting it. What happens if you deal with it? And you get it done, complete it, whatever that takes, and how you're going to feel if you don't. Number 2, shifting perspectives and embracing growth. Again, these are some things that you hear about, you do all the time, but are you doing them? That's my question. Are you really doing them? So shifting perspective. Right? Because things are either, you know, hear it all the time. This is catchphrase where things didn't happen to you, they happen for you. There's this catchphrase where it's not a setup. It's just, you know, it's not a setback, but a setup. All these little cool things that people are floating around there, but they're true, right? If you shift your perspective, oh man, you know, I mean, like most recently for me, right? I had, I've been having some weird little pains in my chest, and I'm like, okay, well, that's unusual. What is this stuff going on? And I'm obstinate when it comes to doing certain things, but I had to shift my perspective and say, okay, hey, look, man, you need to make sure you stay healthy. You need to make sure you're doing the right things for yourself and your family and those you love and all these other things. So I finally went into the emergency, and because it was around the chest thing, and they checked me out, and took 3 or 4 hours, and I'm healthy. I'm okay. You're right, no problems. But I had to shift my perspective, because I was like, man. But then I remember, I am worthy of the time. You are worthy of the time it takes to do something different. You are worthy of the effort that it's going to take to do something different. You are worthy that no matter what inconvenience is in your way, you take and do things that are necessary. So if anybody out there that's kind of been putting out got that kind of stuff going on, I encourage you to get your butt and get it checked out. So what if it takes 4 hours like it did for me, or it takes a whole day? It's better to know than to not. Okay, number 3, identifying and transforming beliefs. There's a whole identifying and transferring beliefs. You got to be willing to take a look at what's happening, right? If this is, let's just talk about relationships. You're having issues, keep doing the same, you keep ending up in the same place in relationships. You keep doing the same things in relationships. You keep and fellas, I'm talking to you mostly, but we have a whole conversation around that. But you really don't want to do what's happening, but you don't know how to stop it. That's identifying what it is. Inability to stop be one thing. If it's a business and you can't seem to grow your business to the next level, and you really need some help in certain areas, but you're trying to do everything yourself. Anybody out there like that, trying to do everything yourself because that's how you think it's supposed to be done? It's not about that today. It's not about the what, it's the who, baby. Go find the who that can help you, right? If you got to do a collaboration, if it takes that and you don't have the cash to pay for it, figure out a way to get them on your side and on your team, right? Go get the who in business. I talked about relationships and health. Do the right things in your health. And what do you need to believe to overcome these things? Kind of part 2 and 3 are kind of mixed in there, right? What do you need to do to help yourself? What do you need to be? Or who can help you, right? I wrote down to help me. Guys, this is all common stuff. We all already know it. This is just a kind of a check-in, today's check-in. I just, because it's so important, because there's a lot of stuff happening, new regime in place, and they said they were going to do certain things, and they're doing them, and people are saying, well, I didn't think it was going to happen to me, and, all that stuff around job security, government jobs, and what's going to happen if things aren't going the way they're supposed to? Can we change them in 4 years? There's a whole lot of things happening, man. So what do you believe? How does it impact your belief in yourself, in your opportunities, in your future? Man, I'm telling you, guys, figure out what you can control, what you can put your hands on, things that you can't control. Hey, if you like to stay in touch with that stuff, that's cool. But man, I challenge you now to really focus on how you can become the best person that you can be, right? And prepare yourself for whatever it is that's coming down the pipeline. You got AI going on, and listen, AI is here to stay. But the opportunities in AI are amazing, right? You're looking at OG that I'm dealing with it. I'm playing with it. I've been working with it because it's a necessary thing, right? It's not going to go away. So if you're struggling with, man, I can do it without it, I don't need it, you need to wake up. You'll get left behind. Hey, I'm just saying. Don't make the excuse that you're too old. Don't make the excuse that you don't like technology. You can put an excuse in there, whatever it is. But keep moving with things that are happening that aren't going to change, that can help elevate you down the way, right? Okay, so I've talked about acknowledging and accepting your challenges. As we talk about unleashing your hidden potential, you got to acknowledge what's blocking you, right? And then shifting your perspective, how you see things, how you see yourself, right? How you feel about yourself, action you really take for yourself, all that stuff. And then I talked a little bit about, identifying and transforming. Now we're going to take And I already kind of spurred it in there about taking some action. None of this stuff matters. Nothing changes until you take action. Nothing changes until you surrender. Nothing gets better. You don't get better until you begin to pay attention to the stinking thinking, because that's where I'm telling you, man, you can make a difference right now while listening to me. And ask yourself, who am I listening to? Who am I talking to from myself? What conversation am I having with myself about myself? And is it lifting me up or holding me back? Right? And the hotter life gets on you, when life starts really lifing on you, and that conversation really, the volume in that conversation gets higher. The triggers become more prominent, right? Because there's a trigger that goes along with that conversation, and that trigger then results in the emotions that you have, and then we're stuck like Chuck, baby, right? And then we're dealing with, because we got challenges in life and business, just like the title says, and the potential. You have the ability to do whatever it is you've been struggling with. How do I know? Because I had many things I struggled with, and people said you have the ability to do that, but you got to do some different things. You got to take some action, Geoff. You want to get you want to get a scholarship in the school. Hey, you've had a knee injury, and they tell you you're not going to be able to play anymore. You have to make that decision, and I made that decision, and got healthy and recovered and got my D1 scholarship to school on my way to the NFL. I mean, I made a decision in my mind. I'm going to the NFL, and that dream obviously didn't come, but I worked towards it, right? Taking some action, baby. So are you doing the action necessary? Or are you like me, hiding sometimes behind watching too much TV when you know you got stuff to do? I'm telling on myself, right? When I got all these opportunities and something, man, I'm just like hiding, watching reruns and just wasting my time with that stuff, man. And then, like I said, then I look at what I'm thinking. Who am I listening to? And it's that limiting self-belief that who do I think I am to be able to do these things that I'm inspiring to do, which is to help folks like me that we're emotionally trapped with emotions, got things going on the outside, looking good, but man, they're struggling on the inside, suffering in silence. Bad relationships. The business is not where it's supposed to be. Health in question. I mean, add into, say whatever it is. Applies. When I'm talking to you, applies to me as well, right? I'll admit it. But we got to take action. Are you willing to take action? And the last piece of this is to, I mean, if you're listening to me, then you're already moving towards seeking inspiration and cultivating a community, finding a place where you can grow, finding a place where you can get comfortable, be vulnerable, learn how to trust your authenticity, show up who and how you're supposed to show up for you by being yourself and honoring that gift that you've been given, honoring that skill set that only you have, honoring the uniqueness that man, people need to see from you. We all have a certain amount of folks that we can serve. And whether it's 15 to 5,000 or 5 million, that's on you. But we all have that. But what are you willing to do to earn it? What are you willing to do to have that part of your life, right? So anyhow, I got just a couple more minutes here. And so just to kind of recap, we talked about unleashing your hidden potential. And well, first thing is you can be told all your life, oh, you got so much potential. He or she has. How many of us know somebody that they had so much potential, but they never amounted to what their potential was for them? Are you that person too? Don't let that be your story. Don't let that be your story. Today we're talking about unleashing your hidden potential that's been hidden behind excuses, hidden behind past failures, hidden behind the fear of change, whatever it might be. Put it in the chat for you what it is that's keeping you from unleashing your hidden potential and not helping you overcome the challenges in life and business, baby. Right? So when it's shifting the perspective and embracing the growth, tell yourself a different story. Use everything that's happening to you as a stepping stone to the next level. Don't stay stuck too long. right? I'm not, I believe you got to feel what you feel, but don't stay stuck too long. Come on, man. And then identifying and transforming your beliefs. How we see ourselves is how we see ourselves. How we see ourselves is how we'll be about ourselves, right? You already heard the stories. You're never going to get any higher than the ceiling that you put on yourself. Let's raise that ceiling. Let's lift that ceiling up. Let's no longer be our own prison guard to our life. Let's put the key in the lock, turn the lock, open the door, right? And bravely step through that door, man. Come on, just imagine yourself every morning putting the key in the lock, turning that door to prosperity, turning that door to achievement, turning that door to prosperity, achievement, and success, right? Being epic in your life, encouraging, praising, inspiring, and complimenting yourself first. That's the job. Yourself first. You got to do all the stuff on yourself first before you can do it for anybody else. But it's worth it. Taking action and seeking expression, seeking inspiration, and building a community. So, as I leave you today, man, so much more to say, but I'll say this, like I always say. You are worthy of success. Don't let nothing stop you from reaching your destiny. You shall not be denied. Today is the day for you to find a different way to do you that will help you unleash your hidden potential and overcoming. Listen, here's magic. You unleash your hidden potential while overcoming the challenges in life and business. You release your hidden potentials. You grow your hidden potentials. You step into your hidden potentials by going through the challenges in life and business. They're all part of the process. So engage, baby. Engage, be strong. Notice that you are worthy of success. When you look in the mirror today and tomorrow, remember this. You are worthy of success. Don't let nothing stop you from reaching your destiny. You shall not be denied. Stinking thinking is an ally of mine, not my prison. All right, baby. Hey, listen. Reach out to me in the chat here. All my contact information is in there. And I really appreciate everybody, all the support and everything that you're here. Have a great day. Stop being stuck on stupid. Make a different decision. And know that we love you. And then you can do this thing called life. We'll see you on the next episode. And let's go unleash the hidden potential. Overcome these challenges in your life and business and be your greatest. I'll talk to you on the next episode of Conversations with Geoff International. Take care. Bye-bye.